lovely and hot out here in Bunbury. We're at the Speedway here and yeah, cooking. Got any words of wisdom?
So tonight we got what is it? Three heats and then a feature. And with the heat and what I've been told, there is no water on the track. It is going to be dry, it's going to be dusty, and it's going to be hard on tyres. We got 2 lots of sprint cars here tonight with us as well, so track will dry quickly, take rubber quickly, and at least it will be flat, so that's something. I mean, there's usually a rut or two, but yeah, it shouldn't be too bad from our sort of perspective. But yeah, dry. We're starting pole in our first heat, which is going to catch us a little off guard. I'm not used to the track or what it's going to do, so preferably would have liked that to have been the second or third heat, starting off pole. But we'll see how we go, see if we can come away with a heat win, and then we'll just go from there. So, just me tonight. Christine's up with the kids in the stands, so just me sort of crewing. Holy cow. Alright, started off pole. We did fairly well. I think we finished second, so it was kind of one lane sort of thing. They just put some water on the track, so down bottom it was really boggy. And I noticed every time I got down that low, like the car it almost stopped. Like we lost so much speed. And then going up the top, if we went just a little too high, of course, got a little wobbly. But ripping the top a bit more, we got a bit more speed and it was a bit more dry thanks to probably the sprint cars. So we kind of moved up there a bit. Apparently, one of the cars got close to us in the end, but we sort of held off, which is good. So next up, heat 2, hopefully the track dries out a bit. They're probably going to keep adding water, but hopefully for us, it's at least drier. And then we got to just try and make do with what we're doing starting from 5th, I think. So we got to try and work our way up the field, and then from there, yeah, hopefully the track sort of widens out and we get at least 2 lanes or something so I can make some passing. That's the aim. So far, Bunbury's gone well.
A lot better. Track was a little drier, so we're able to move around a little more. Track's widening out, but the entrance into 1 and into 3, there's a heap of ruts, so trying to make a couple moves. The car was getting a little unsettled a bit, so kind of just went around the outside and just tried to hope for the best. After rolling around sort of thing, just after the checker had dropped, the inside line is fairly smooth, so I'm guessing that's why people like it. But no, made a couple passes, went from 5th up to 3rd, so yeah, not doing too bad. Coming off the back of the pack for the last heat, so we'll see how we go, hopefully, and maybe add a bit of water to the track, because by the way the sprint cars are going, it's going to dry up fairly quick. So yeah, either way, car's ready, car's loving it. Let's go. now, but it was a lot worse before they bent it back into shape. This rear axle was about there-ish. Yeah, so wasn't our night. Heat 3, yeah, starting off the back. We doing all right, working our way sort of through a couple of cars, and then I kind of started spinning, and then a car came through and clipped me on the rear, and originally I thought we were done, and after a couple of laps and they didn't call a yellow, we sort of kept going, and just to try and finish, and yeah, so made it back into the pits, and then that's when found the damage and realised didn't exactly hit anything important, just the rear sort of nerf bar, and that whacked it right out of shape. Ended up welding that back on. Well, it hadn't actually come off. It had sort of just bent it, and then it sort of split a little. So all we did was move it back, weld it on well enough to at least start the feature. Starting in 6th, which wasn't too bad after a couple of good results in the first 2 heats, was actually surprising. Started 6th, made a couple laps in, and then a car spun out in front of me, and unfortunately didn't see him till too late, and yeah, absolutely ran up the rear of him, and destroyed 2 cars pretty much. So not ideal. We both went to go get medical help, and I was shipped off to hospital just for a checkup for potential concussion. They passed me off or cleared me within half an hour, so I'm all right. Car, different story though. It is, of course, a couple of weeks after the incident occurred, so that's sort of where we're at. Car's still off getting fixed, parts are still getting bought, and at the moment we're trying to make it out for the Australian title, but it's touch and go at the moment. But we're puttering along, trying to get as much done as we can. Overall it started off being a good night, didn't end up that way. Track was violent, I guess, rough to say the least. But yeah, in the end, we're walking away, and we missed Mount Barker.
which is a bugger because looking at it, it could have been an event that we could have been close to podiuming. Yeah, so a bit of a bugger, but now, as I said, we sort of look towards Australian title and see where we can go from there. Anyway, guys, keep up to date on things by liking and following on the Facebook and the Instagram channels. Remember, hit the like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys at the track sometime soon. See yous.